Hello everybody and welcome to the video. My name is Midway and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I sure am. Today I bring you some more Legend of Mushroom with the hand of Aptoide, more on that later, in order to talk a little bit about the skill system within the Legend of Mushroom and how it works and what you should be taking into account when choosing your skills. Now, skills is a pretty self-explanatory system. For the most part, just clicking quick equip will do the whole job for you, but there is other considerations to take. Now, skills go from tiers ranging from the gray one, green one, blue one, so on and so forth. As you go down further below, at some point you will just be able to, or you will just be using whatever skill of the highest tier you have. That's gonna be going for the longest part of the game until you get to like a level 100-ish. I'm still only doing that because, well, I still don't have many choices within the same tier, but at some point you will be able to choose within that same tier. Is that one thing that I like or another one that I like better, right? So early on, as I mentioned, you only have the gray tier ones, eventually the green ones. You will always prefer the green ones simply because of the reason that they do more damage, right? So just look at the effect and it says dealing a bunch of % of damage, right? So the gray ones will do various percentages depending on whether they have a bigger cooldown or they have multiple events of the damage, stuff like that. They will also have a level, right? Skills have levels and the level only affects the effect that they give. Actually, they don't affect the damage they do, but it affects the base HP, attack and defense % increase that you get out of that skill. That will all aggregate into the overall effects, right? So leveling up a skill and the higher level of a skill doesn't really matter. On the skill choice, it's only like a meta progression system that you will just benefiting from leveling up skills, even though you don't get the ones you want from the gacha. Nonetheless, leveling them up will be good forever, right? So the choice at this point is really just what's the biggest amount of % damage we get, right? So here, look at that, almost 2000% damage, as well as another effect, right? But a really high cooldown, right? So you will almost just go for the highest tier that you possibly can. It's not gonna be a choice much until you get to the orange tier. At this point, you actually have 5 plus a 6th one, right? You actually have a choice here. If you happen to have all the 6 orange active skills, or rather actually, yeah, they're active, but they really always are auto attacking, right? So you don't really you don't actually press them. You will have a choice, right? So really kind of depends here. For example, let's go through them. Continuous summon 3 durians, it's dealing a bunch of damage and slowing down targets, right? So this is an AoE focused ability. It's going to be doing a lot of damage, but it's really going to be doing much more if you are able to hit multiple targets. So for most of the bossing, you probably wouldn't really be wanting to choose that one. So let's go through the next ones. Throw a cactus, dealing a bunch of AoE damage, reducing attack of targets within the range by 20%, lasting for 5 seconds. We don't just have the damage, we also reduce the attack they do. Right, so pretty damn good. The next one also dealing some AoE, excuse me, actually reducing the attack speed, actually doing damage to the enemy and reducing the attack speed for 5 seconds within the range of effect of that. So pretty damn good. You always want to have those effects on the enemy. Increased basic attack damage by 35%, also pretty damn good, as well as doing a big bunch of damage. Next one, increased pal damage by 30% after using it, also a flat increase, always applying. Next one, increased skill damage by 30%, right? So at this point, do you see the theme? Every single one of them does something that we always benefit from in every single scenario, except the Durian Bomb, which is slowing targets, right? Slowing targets will be good, especially during the campaign stages where you want to slow down the boss before it comes to you if it's doing too much damage, or you are slowing down enemies when they come to you, really. But for the most part, the Durian Bomb will be a worse choice than everything else within the legendary tier here, or the epic tier actually, simply because the effect that it has is not too great. So at this point, it's just not about the tier, it's not just about the damage, it's also about the fact that the effect is going to be useful. So should be looking for that. Same thing happens with the next tier, right? So we have the legendary here. So at this point, we'll also have a big amount of damage, but here, this one will disarm targets for 3 seconds, stun targets for 1.5 seconds. This one will increase the damage received by targets within the range by 30%. So that is damn nuts. It's really damn good. I unluckily don't have it. Then I have another one which does some damage and instantly kills targets below 5%. This one will summon an enemy, or rather a ghost that will be attacking the enemies for a little while. and then we'll have a tornado, what will increase the attack by 15% for 5 seconds, right? So as you can see here, I would much rather use this one than something else. I would probably be taking away the Grim Reaper or maybe the Heroic Descent. I don't know if the 5% attack or insta-kill works on PvP or on bosses. I don't think it does. Maybe campaign bosses, but I don't think it does. So in that case, what would I be getting rid of? I think I would actually be getting rid of the Grim Reaper simply because of the fact that I'm not benefiting from any relics, any relic effects together with that. That's also a consideration. Relics will interact with certain skills, so you should be looking at what relics you have as well as what skills you have in order to combine those so the effect is better. I have a relic guide as well on the channel, look out for that. And once you get to the point where you are down onto the immortal tier, that's when you have a broad range of options and you will be able to make a lot more choices. Now, how you get some of these skills, it's just going to be down to the gacha, but there's also going to be skills that you unlock through an event. In this case, the event is the brawl that you do together with your family. And if you go down to the exchange panel here, you can see you can purchase those skills once you have enough coins. You will get coins based on whether or not you win within the event, right? So obviously win more and you will be able eventually to unlock some of those, but a lot of this will just be coming down to, are you lucky enough to the gacha? Now once you get to this point, once again, is the effect what you want and is the damage as far as you want it or as high as you want it? The cooldown also comes into play. Is the cooldown too high? Are you reducing it somehow? Maybe you're not even able to use the cooldown or the skill twice in a battle if it's too fast, maybe. So yeah, really kind of depends. You kind of look at that, right? So damage, this one, the effect does providing 3 seconds of damage immunity. That is nuts. That's pretty damn good. Now the next one, causing the target to lose 1% of their 1.5% of their max HP per second for 5 seconds. Excuse me, my voice is running out. Straight up, just more flat damage. Really damn good as well. The clone lasts for 10 seconds and deals a bunch of damage with every basic attack, generating a clone with 30% of the shroom's HP. I mean, the attack, this one really does depend on whether or not you have much or less HP, but also pretty damn good option. So they really follow a theme here where you really want to be focusing on the effect mainly, secondly on the damage, and thirdly on the cooldown, right? So all those two things combined together with the fact that you might or might not have a relic to combine with a skill should be what you focus on when choosing skills. Now, early on in the game, there's not going to be many choices to be made. Unfortunately, the game is going to be really damn simple. It's also going to be very, very quick to progress through it, but it's just going to be coming down to the highest tier. And also, the level of the skills don't matter. It's just for the flat-out overall accumulated effect. Right, so that's all I gotta say. Now, if you're playing this game on any capacity and you are trying to make some purchases, you might want to get yourself on Aptoide and earn some bonuses whenever making purchases through it, right? So the bonuses can go from 10% up to 35% of whatever much you're spending. And what happens when you use Aptoide and you make a purchase is the following. You will open up the wallet. There's a guide down in the description on how to set everything up. It's really damn simple, takes no more than 5 to 10 minutes. And once you are prompted here, you will be told how much of a bonus you are making per the money you're spending, right? This bonus can increase if you are accumulating those bonuses, and also you can get a flat 5% extra by using my code on the wallet. The code's gonna be down below in the description. And yeah, as you can see, once I make this purchase, I'll be getting 0.19 cents. It's based off of the money I'm spending, and I can also just use the AppCoins credits and just straight up just buy this for free based on the amount of bonuses I already accumulated, right? So at that point, I am basically buying something for free. Eventually, or rather, this is all really just a discount that I'm getting for future purchases. When I am purchasing something now, I'll accumulate the bonus and eventually be able to spend the bonus on something and get it for free instead of spending some real money, right? So if you want to be using that, just check the links below, use my code on the AppCoins wallet, set the game on Aptoide for yourself. It's really damn simple. The guide is down below on the description. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know that in the comment section, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, see ya.